Good day, everyone. Today I'm going to teach you the common mathematical prefixes. These are prefixes that is commonly used in electronics and mechatronics. Metric prefixes are incredibly useful for describing quantities of the International System of Units, or the SI, in a more succinct manner. When exploring the world of electronics, these units of measurement are very important and allow people from all over the world to communicate and share their work and discoveries. Some common units used in electronics includes voltage for electrical potential difference, ampere for electrical current, watts for power, farad for capacitance, Henry for inductance, and ohms for resistance. So these are the standard unit in electronics technology and mechatronics technology. Now let us proceed to the common electronics units. So these are the standard units commonly used in electronics and mechatronics. So we have the table here. The first column is the quantity. The second column is the SI unit, or the International Standard Unit. And the third column is the unit abbreviation or symbol of the unit. The first quantity is the voltage. So the unit of voltage is volts, and it's symbolized by capital V. The second one is electric current, or simply current. The unit of current is ampere. It's symbolized by capital A. The third one is the power. The unit of power is watt, and the symbol of watt is capital W. Next is the energy. The unit of energy is joule, and the symbol of joule is J, or capital J. Next is electric charge, or electrical charge. The unit of electrical charge is coulomb, and the symbol of coulomb is capital C. Next is resistance. The unit of resistance is ohm, and the symbol of ohm is omega. Next is capacitance. So the unit of capacitance is farad, and the symbol of farad is capital F. Second to the last is the inductance. The symbol or the unit of inductance is Henry, and the symbol of Henry is capital H. The last one is the frequency. The unit of frequency is hertz, and the symbol of hertz is capital H and small letter Z. So those are the standard units in electronics and mechatronics. So let us describe the large quantities. So we have also another table here. So the first column is the prefix, the symbol of prefix, and the numeric representation of the prefix. So let us proceed first on the smaller quantity, which is the kilo. The symbol of kilo is small letter K. The numeric representation of kilo is 1,000. So it means when you use the word kilo or symbol K, it means you are pertaining to 1,000 times. The next one is the mega. The symbol of mega is capital M. And the numeric representation of mega is 1 million. Next is giga. The symbol of giga is capital G. And the numeric representation of giga is 1 billion. And we have also the tera. The symbol of tera is capital T. And the numeric representation of tera is 1 trillion. And the last one will be the peta. It's symbolized by capital P. And the numeric representation of peta is 1 quadrillion. So these are the large quantities or prefix, no, that is commonly used in electronics and mechatronics. There are several large quantity prefixes that we can use, but we are focused on these 5 prefixes only because it is commonly used in electronics and mechatronics. These above prefixes dramatically help describe quantities of units in large amount. Instead of saying 3,200,000,000 hertz, you can say 3.2 gigahertz or 3.2 GH and Z or gigahertz for shorthand written notation. These allow us to describe incredibly large numbers of units succinctly. There are also prefixes for helping communicate tiny numbers as well. So instead of writing a too many digit numbers or large numbers, by using our prefixes, we can limit our numbers or digit number to 3 digits. So that will be the maximum digits you can use when you use a prefixes. Next, we have to describe the small quantities. So these are the prefixes used for smaller quantities or below the standard units. So the first one will be the milli. The symbol for milli is small letter m. And the numeric representation of milli is 1000 or we have 0.001. Next one is the micro. The symbol of micro is mu. And the numeric representation of micro is 1 millionth or 0.000001. So that is the micro. Next, we have the nano. The symbol of nano is the small letter n. And the numeric representation of nano is 1 billionth. Or we have 0.000000000 and 1. Next, we have the pico. The pico is symbolized by small letter p. And the numeric representation of pico is 1 trillion or 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 zeros and 1. So those are the numeric representation of pico. And the last one will be the femto. It's symbolized by small letter f. And the numeric representation of femto is 1 quadrillion or 0.246810214 zeros and 1. So those are the prefixes used for smaller quantity or below standard unit. Now, instead 1 trillionth of a second, it can be referred to as a picosecond. One thing to notice about the prefixes for small values is that their shorthand notation are lowercase, while the large number prefixes are in uppercase, with exception to kilo. This allows you to distinguish between the two when they use the same letter. As an example, 1 milliwatt does not equal to 1 megawatt. So when you use a small letter m, you are pertaining to a smaller value. While you are using this capital M, you are pertaining to a larger value. Note, since the uppercase K was already used to describe kelvins, a lowercase k was chosen to represent the prefix kilo. So don't be confused. So even though kilo is in large quantities or large prefix, you use small letter k to represent kilo. Now, let us convert standard unit to a larger unit. Of course, we need the table. So look at the table before we proceed to our conversion. Suppose we have 10,500 ohms and we're going to convert it to kilo ohms. So remove first the unit, which is the omega. So we're going to write 10,500 and then you're going to divide the value of a quantity into the numeric representation of the prefix. In this case, our prefix is kilo, and the numeric representation of kilo is 1,000. So you have 10,500, which is the value of the quantity. You divide by 1,000, which is the numeric representation of kilo. And then it is equal to 10.5 kilo ohms. So once you convert the standard unit to larger unit, you're going to use the symbol of that prefix. So now 10,500 ohms is equal to 10.5 kilo ohms. Let's have another example. Suppose we have 500,000 watts and we're going to convert it to megawatts. So we have the value 500,000 and then you're going to divide it into the numeric representation of mega, which is 1 million. So once you divide 500,000 to 1 million, we will have the answer of zero point 0.5 megawatts. So 500,000 watts is equal to 0.5 megawatts. Okay, the third example is 1,800,000,000 hertz. And we're going to convert it to gigahertz. So we have the 1,800,000,000 and you're going to divide it to the numeric representation of the giga, which is 1 billion. So 1,800,000,000 divided by 1 million, we have 1.8 gigahertz. So those are the process of converting standard unit to a larger unit. So you're going to divide the value of the quantity to the numeric representation of the prefix. So as you can see on our example, instead of writing 1,800,000,000 hertz, which is too long to write, now you can write it in a short form, which is the 1.8 gigahertz using our larger prefix. So that is the conversion of standard unit to a larger unit. Next one, we have to convert a larger unit to standard unit. So suppose we have through 3.2 mega ohms and you're going to convert it into ohm. So first, same procedure, you're going to remove first the unit. So we have 3.2. In converting standard unit to a larger unit, you're going to divide the value to the numeric representation, but in converting larger unit to a standard unit, you're going to multiply the value to the numeric representation of the prefix. So let us have the first example. So we have the 3.2. Then you're going to multiply it to the numeric representation of mega, which is 1 million. So 3.2 multiplied by 1 million. So we will have 3,200,000 ohms. So 3.2 mega ohms is equal to 3,200,000 ohms. Next example, 620 kilowatt into watt. So you're going to convert 620 kilowatt to watt. So we have 620 multiplied by the numeric representation of kilo, which is 1000. Then 620 times 1000, we will have an answer of 620,000 watts. So 620 kilowatts is equal to 620,000 watts. Next, we have the third example. We have 63.5 gigahertz. So you're going to convert it into hertz. So we have the value of 63.5 and then multiply it in the numeric representation of the giga, which is 1 billion. And then we will have the answer of 63 billion 500 million hertz. Now let us proceed to converting standard unit to smaller unit. So we have here the table. So suppose we need to convert 2 ampere to microampere. So first you're going to write the value, and then in converting standard unit to a smaller unit, you're going to divide the value to the numeric representation of the prefix. In this case, micro is 0.000001. So if you divide 2 by 0.00001, we will have the answer of 2 million microampere. So 2 ampere is equal to 2 million microampere. Next example. Convert 0.002 farad to nanofarad. So let us write first the value, which is 0.002, and then divide it to the numeric representation of the nano, which is 1 billion or 0.0000001. And then if you divide 0.002 to 1 billion, we will have the answer of 2 million nanofarad. So 0.002 farad is equal to 2 million nanofarad. Let's have the third example. 7.5 hertz. You're going to convert it to millihertz. So first, we have the 7.5 value. Then you're going to divide it to the numeric representation of milli, which is 1000 or 0.001. And then if you divide it, or 7.5 divided by 0.001, we will have an answer of 7,500 millihertz. So those are the process of converting standard unit to a smaller unit. Next, we have to convert the smaller unit to standard unit. So of course, we need the table again. Suppose we have 930 microhenry and you're going to convert it into Henry. So the value is 930. You're going to multiply it to the numeric representation of micro, which is 1 millionth or 0.000001. And then if you multiply 930 to 1 million, we will have an answer of 0.00093 Henry. Next example, we have 6,200 nanofarad and you're going to convert it into farad. So 6,200, you're going to multiply it to the numeric representation of nano, which is 1 billion. And 6,200 multiplied by 1 billion. So we have the answer of 0.0000062 farad. So 6,200 nanofarad is equal to 0.0000062 farad. Next, we will have another example, which is 470 millihertz. So convert it into hertz. So we have the 470 value, and then you're going to multiply it in the numeric representation of the milli, which is the 1000 or 0.001. And then we will have an answer of 0.47 hertz. So those are the process of converting smaller unit into in standard unit. And this is my reference. And then thanks for listening. See you on my next video. Bye.